Pulevinaka, Talafalava, Malalei, and Kia ora family. Welcome back to the Nija Money Show. Today we've got a special guest with us. His name is Henry Taufao. Is that
Taufao.
Henry Taufao is our Tongan brother here. Henry's a plumber. He runs a successful plumbing business with his brother Damien. They've been in the plumbing game for over 10 years now, and they focus on high-end residential jobs and commercial plumbing jobs. It's very rare to come across someone from the Pacific community who's running a very successful plumbing business. And yeah, today I just want to welcome you, H, and just pick your brains about, possibly a little bit about your journey, how you got into plumbing, and also, just to discuss, just like us brown brothers talking about business and plumbing, from a lens that that we look from. Welcome to the show, and then I'll get Izzy to start
Welcome.
off with the
Thanks,
questions.
H.
Thanks for
Your
having
first
me,
one?
guys. First one.
Let's go. Don't worry. Just like on a roller coaster. Be all good. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where you grew up and what was life like?
My upbringing, parents came from Tonga. First, my dad came here when he was, a teenager. My mum came here when she was a bit older. She had us kids. Never really had much, so I think for us just to have a job, she was happy, for us. And came up with not much, but they helped us get through.
Nice. You grew up in, so they came over, so you were born here or?
Yeah, I was born here.
Oh, wow.
Paddington Hospital for Women.
Yeah, nice. Lucky you turned out a meal.
Did you live out there?
Nah, no way. I think we lived around like Parramatta.
Oh, that's a long way away.
Yeah, so
where did you go to school?
I went to school. So I grew up in Auburn.
Yeah.
I went to school St. John of God, like my primary school.
Yes.
And then high school, I went to Trinity Catholic College.
Beautiful. And straight after high school, you just you studied or?
So after high school, I finished school. I was like chasing the footy dream.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. I pretty much just played footy my whole life.
League or union?
League.
Yeah. What position?
Second row lock.
How'd you go?
Yeah, I went all right. So, I think I got to an age where I was like, what do I want to do in my life?
Yeah.
I think, as a young kid, you got to grow up, and if you don't make the rep teams, you got to think about your next life.
Yes.
So my brother was doing plumbing, and I was like, what do I want to do in my life? Yeah. And my brother was like, trust me, you don't want to do plumbing. It's so hard. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. So I was like, I was doing nothing. It's just sitting at home. So I was like, man, just get me a job, man.
Yeah.
I want to do it. And then he was like, go look for another company, because the company we work for is hard work, man. You don't want to work with us. So I was like, all right, I'll try. So I ended up trying. I couldn't find anything. And then I was like, just give me a job, man. I need to work.
Yeah.
Anyways, he got me a job, and then I haven't looked back, man.
Nice.
Been like nearly 15 years now.
Yeah. So both your parents Tongan, yeah? So you're full Tongan, yeah.
Yeah.
How was like the Tongan aspect of culture when growing up? Was it will you guys go to Tongan church?
Yeah. So I went to the Sunday school, Sunday practice, the choir practice, everything, church every Sunday. Yeah. I think we got to an age where we were always playing footy on the Sunday, so me and my brother could skip going to church. So I think we were sort of happy to play footy, even though it was the wrong thing to do. But you know what I mean?
Did you go back to Tonga at all?
I've never been till this day. So
no way.
Yeah. So
wow,
you're
Jew.
True blue.
You're Jew. A little bit about your family, just tell us your wife and that relationship, the Fijian connection.
Now I got a beautiful wife. Her dad's from Fiji. Yeah. I got a 1-year-old now, and I got another one on the way. So
very good.
2 boys.
Oh, 2 boys.
Congratulations.
Oh. I'm glad I had a boy too. First one off the ranks.
No, they're good. They're 16 months. They're going to be 16 months apart.
Yeah.
Just like me and my brother. So, they'll be close.
Wow, beautiful. Your brother got any kids?
Nah, he's still single. So if any kills.
Yeah. How old's Damien?
33,
Oh, bachelor. Very good.
single, ready to mingle.
Who was your biggest influence growing up? And did anyone in particular shape your career path? Like,
I don't think I really had someone to sort of influence me in my future and I think for me it was more the group that I was around. I was around like tradies that worked really, really hard, and they sort of instilled values that I still have today. So appreciate.
Yeah. So what are some of those, like the values, like when you
More just work hard.
Work
you know
hard,
what I mean?
yeah.
They were like hardest workers in the room all the time. Like you know, what I mean? Like they taught me how to work hard. You know, I see all the apprentices these days holding their hands on their hips, holding their hands on the wall. Like there was none of that for me.
Yeah.
We had to keep moving. You know what I mean? No matter what it was.
Yeah.
Clean the van, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just look for something to do. You know what I mean?
It's a common theme that I'm starting to notice, that everyone work hard is like one of the things that, you know, to be successful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta work
100%.
hard, eh? It keeps coming up in all our interviews.
But no one's going to make it easy for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But yeah, nice.
How was, I guess, you know, starting your apprenticeship, how was that, you know, going through that process?
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
I came from a plumbing company, which like we worked like really, really hard. I remember on my first year I was getting $200 a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was a first year apprentice, $200 a week, that was like, this is tough.
Yeah.
And then even on a Saturday, it was just like $240 a week. I was like,
How long ago was that? That was, what?
I started my apprenticeship 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
2009, yeah.
Okay.
So, like all the other first year apprentices were getting like probably 400, but in my business, like the plumbing business that I started working with,
They were paying
Just-
240. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, slave labour, mate.
But you know what? Like I look back and I'm like,
Yeah.
it taught me the value of hard work. You know what I mean?
Beautiful. Yeah.
And even though we weren't getting that much money, we learned how to do plumbing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, they
In a
gave you
proper
the
way.
time. They you know, they looked after you, taught you
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
So when I went to TAFE, all the first year apprentices that were in the same year as me, like they had no clue what they were doing. You know what I mean? But we
You
came
already
from the
understand.
trenches, like the
Yeah.
proper trenches.
Yeah.
At least like you found some good guys to work with. You know, they were willing to teach you, willing to sort of, you know, do things right.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you have businesses out there, or you know, kids going into apprenticeships that they're just using them for labour. You know,
100%,
they treat them like garbage.
Yeah. So did you went to work before you went to TAFE? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went straight in, and then
Yeah, I went straight in, so I had to wait.
straight from school.
I had to wait to get into TAFE because I signed up work, and then 6 months later, my boss was like, "Do you want to do plumbing?" Like he gave me that.
Yeah.
option.
To see. Yeah. First you
so
tried it
we
before
did
you
like, I think a 3-month
like trial.
trial.
Yeah.
Then after he just kept asking me, "Do you want to do plumbing? Is this what you
Wow.
want to do?"
What
And
a
I'm
good
like,
boss, man.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I want to do."
Beautiful. So you tried it before you actually
Yeah,
decided that this
yeah.
is what I'm gonna do.
I think he gives you the opportunity to like
See if it's for you.
see, because you know what, like there's so many apprentices that come through, but they can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way.
What's the
before you
business
commit.
name?
Exact plumbing.
Exact Plumbing. Yeah. What's his name?
Jerry.
Jerry. Shout out to Jerry.
Jerry, yeah.
Let's go. What was your journey and like with your plumbing and how you got into business? Was that always part of the chat in the work sites or anything like that?
I think my journey, I became like I love plumbing. I became good at what I was doing because I had good tradesmen, and I think when I was like a second year, I was doing like work that tradesmen were doing, and I was thinking I was better than all of them.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, I'm actually good at this. So
Yeah,
I was
wow.
like, I think one day I'll do my own thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, I looked at all my bosses, and I'm like, they're doing so good. So I was like, I wanted to be like them.
Yeah. They're driving nice cars. They got property. They got
And my boss had all the nice cars. He was already like developing for himself. You know, buying houses everywhere. So
I guess it's what you see, eh?
yeah,
That inspires you to.
yeah. I guess what I seen from him, he everything that he has, he worked hard for us. I'm like,
Were there many other Pacific Islanders in plumbing, or that you'd come across doing plumbing, or?
There is some Pacific Islanders, Tongans, yes, but there isn't that much, but there
Yeah.
is. There is,
You-
and it started to become more popular. So
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yes. Yeah. 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 I'm just thinking. What are like, what do you think some of us shy away from, like the plumbing, the electrical? Do you?
I think they think it's too hard. The sort of the theory side of things.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You just got to show up.
Yes.
I feel like I was never the smartest person in the class, but I feel like the reason why I got through because I just showed up every day.
Yeah, I think I'd say the plumbers and the electricians, they're the new doctors of today. Sometimes when I do the paperwork for their finance or whatever, it's like you're earning more than a doctor.
Yeah, we're lacking tradies at the moment, especially now.
Yeah.
We need more. We need more.
Yeah. So it was Damien. So at this point, where was Damien, your brother? Like, when you on the second year, he was still working for his own company.
No, so I think me and my brother were at the same company for about 7 years,
Yeah.
and then I left,
Yeah.
and I took an opportunity to become a foreman because I feel like I was maxed out at what I could learn from my company that I
Yes.
started with.
But you were there 7 years, eh?
I was there
That's
7 years,
wow.
yeah. So
That's commitment, man.
yeah. So like I worked my ass off for 7 years,
Yeah.
and then got an opportunity to go to another company to become a foreman. So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this is my next step to sort of grow in terms of my work side of things.
Yeah.
So I became a foreman. I started running my own jobs, like big commercial sites.
Yeah. Wow.
And I had probably about 10 boys, 20 boys working under me. So I feel like I sort of learnt so much in terms of the managing side of plumbing. So I was always hands-on, working. But then as I became a foreman, it was more the overlooking side of things, managing the projects. So
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, so with plumbing, what sort of jobs do you got? Like, so what kind of work is involved in plumbing when you're doing plumbing?
So at the moment, I specialize in high-end residential. So we do like luxury homes. We do duplexes, but more knockdown rebuilds. So construction from the start.
Yeah.
So when they knock down the house, and then we come in, we do the drainage, roughings.
Yeah.
So pretty much the whole construction before someone moves in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures of your jobs, man. They're amazing, bro.
Yeah,
like
thanks,
the
man. Thanks.
high-end stuff, guys. If you want to have a look at some of his work, it's HD Pro Plumbing. Yeah, so, with plumbing, what is there just one type of area that you'd specialize in, or is there many areas in plumbing?
There's so many areas in plumbing. So there's like maintenance plumbing, construction plumbing, there's like roof plumbing, there's so much sectors in plumbing.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, I just specialize in high-end residential because that's what I'm really, really good at.
Yeah.
So like if someone asks me and calls me, oh, can you fix my tap or can you fix this? That's not my sort of specialty, but I know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just something that I'm not passionate to do. Like, you know what I mean? It's not not what I do, yeah.
What was the hardest part about getting your business and?
I think the hardest bit was sort of managing. Obviously, finance was a new thing for me. Like I was so used to just getting money every week.
Yeah.
But now it's more I got to sort of chase my money now.
Yeah.
So I think becoming a business owner is sort of it made me realize that if I want to get work, I have to go and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With accounting, so you told me like with finance, right? So it's important to have with finance. What are the people that you need?
You need a good accountant, someone who looks after your tax and obviously you got to pay your GST. But I think more just the managing side of things. So it's like you can't just spend every dollar that comes into your bank account. You got to sort of leave some money for the business too.
Yes.
So it's just obviously you don't get the same wages that you get when you're on
week to week,
you know what I mean? You got to sort of look after rainy days too. So when you are quiet, you still have money in the bank to pay bills and stuff like that.
And those skills, how did you develop like that management skills? Did you have to do any course, or was it more just from experience over the years? And
it was more just experience over the years. It's just I think in order to learn about business, you just got to go through and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got to be in the trenches, like you said.
Literally.
Izzy, you can keep asking the questions, bro, and then I'll just chip in there because I think it was good how the way you did it.
That's all right, bro. I'm learning all the time.
He's very calm, which I love about Izzy.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you should see him at the parties.
With any specific challenges you faced as, I guess, you know, someone from your background in the plumbing industry, and how'd you manage to overcome that?
Not really. Like challenges, I think the most challenging for me is, like you're the only Polynesian plumber, so everybody looks at you and they're like, "Oh, are you a concreter?" I was like, "Nah."
You security yourself?
Especially during that time, you know, it's the stereotypes.
Why do you think we have that stereotype, like amongst them?
I think because just majority of islanders like are concreters and stuff like that. But like, no offense to the concreters, like everyone's got to do a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know,
like labor type of jobs were more associated with laboring rather than, you know, specializations or specialties. Yeah.
I think for me, I just sort of let my plumbing do the work, do the talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
Where does that drive come from, bro? Yeah, I feel like you're very you know, I'm gonna go hard as I can. I'll reach a level, and then I want more. Like in I guess pursuit of just being better and working hard. Like,
I don't know.
How was your parents? Did they push you hard into things, or you just want to, you know,
not really.
sort of?
I don't know. My wife always asked me this too.
Yeah.
I
can sense that.
Awesome.
I don't know. Just the value that I've sort of learned as I finished school, and you know, like as you finish, like I think, you know, when you stop relying on your parents, it's up to that individual to grow their own wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah, I do, man. It's great. You have a drive, bro. It's amazing, and it's good, like, because, you know, a young audience watching be inspired. You know.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking about my own, like, you know, my own business and stuff like that.
So, how did it come about, the discussion with you and Damien? Like, how did it start to develop that? Look, oh man, Damien, we should start this business. This is, you know, this is the area we want to go down. How did that evolve? Like, how did that sort of journey go?
I think it evolved when when me and my brother were tradesmen, and I think we were actually really good at plumbing. And I always said to my brother, "Fuck this, we got to do it ourselves."
Yeah.
And then I think I left my business that I was working for because I was a foreman for about 3-4 years.
Wow.
And I was like running big jobs, like 200 units, 100 units, and I was managing like 20 boys.
Yeah.
I was really good at it. So I was like, fuck, I can do this for myself.
Yes.
So I told my brother, I'll go out, and then I started working myself, and then I was just doing anything that I can to get work. And then as soon as I got work, then I pulled him out, and then we just, you know, we've just been together ever since.
So you're older than Damien, yeah?
Nah, my brother's older than me.
You put it. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, my brother's, we're 16 months apart,
Yes, that's right. So close. It's
so
not really.
he's older by 1 year,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess you're running the show.
Yeah, I try to.
It's always the young ones I try to run. I do the same. It's like, sit down, Izzy.
My brother's the best. Like, if I never had his support, I don't think I would be. So grateful.
Yeah, it's so important. I think if you look at some of the other ethnic communities, like the Lebanese and the Greek and that, you know, a lot of them work together, like the families, and they build their businesses together. And I often wonder, why is it that more of us aren't doing it as a family? You more hear about the infighting more often than not, you know, and then, but it's just maybe creating awareness that, look, we
I
can
guess
do
not
it,
seeing it, you know?
Not seeing it, yeah.
Not seeing it, but I guess people our age, we sort of just got to step out there and get started on it.
100%.
You know, not our parents didn't sort of grow up doing this, so
That's what I mean,
got to be kind of stubborn just to get in there and get amongst it.
It's good. I'm excited because we are like the first generation of our group to have businesses or to have property or to discuss these kind of things, you know, and so it's good. Yeah.
What financial lessons did you learn from going and working for someone else to running your own business?
I didn't really get that much financial advice from my past bosses, but I feel like the only thing that I learned from my bosses was how to manage workers, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Manage workers. Yeah. So because you pretty much just learnt it, eh?
Yeah.
Over the 7 to 10 years that you're working in it, pretty much on the you're in the job.
Yeah. So I think
So even-
the hardest transition for me was obviously I was a really good hands-on plumber, but I needed to change that into becoming a good business owner.
yeah,
I think that was the biggest hurdle for me was getting off the tools and sort of running the business.
yeah, managing people. Yeah,
Yeah.
What did you learn about that?
I learned that you need to. You're never going to get work being a good plumber on the hands-on. You got to sort of like be good at marketing and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
How to market your business. So yeah, I'm sort of.
Got to be everything in one, eh?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm lucky I get help from my wife, so yeah, she's good.
yeah, awesome, man.
What about managing people and dealing with I guess the different personalities and things like that?
I think because I've grown up playing footy, so we've always come from a group sport. So I feel like the managing side of boys and people on site is easy for me.
Yep.
Because when you're in footy, you got to sort of like work as a team to get the win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that was the easy thing for me.
Yeah, nice.
So like I
team,
remember,
so football's taught you like team sport, working with people,
working together, and like sort of getting everybody on a journey. So I feel like when I first became a foreman, my boss used to always say to me, "How do you get the boys working so hard, and how do you get them working for you?" I'm like, "You just gotta like show them appreciation." You know what I mean? Like I valued every single team member that helped me. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't me doing it; it was the boys doing it. So I think that's the biggest thing. And these days, the foremen, they just care about themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't think about like the qualities that other apprentices want to learn. Like some bosses have apprentices that just stay with that same job title because they're really good at it. But for me, I was like, nah, I want you to learn something else. You go somewhere, learn something different.
You want to build their character up, their skill, their
100%.
expertise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're growing. It's about
100%.
growing. Yeah.
For me, I want everybody to grow. I didn't want them to just be good at one thing. You know what I mean? I wanted them to be good at everything too.
Yeah.
I guess you're coming from that perspective of I was that apprentice and I want to know more. I want to learn more.
Because I was sort of like that too. Like I think when my bosses seen I was good at that, they're like, "Oh no, we've got to keep Henry doing this because he's making all the money doing this." You know? I'm like, "Nah, man, I want to move on. I've done my time."
Yeah, 100%. What's the most important, I guess, financial advice that you received, and how's that shaped your business?
I think best financial advice I've got, like, I think when I was a tradesman, my tradies used to always say to me, like, once you get to a certain age, you got to sort of respect your money.
Yes.
Like, I used to go out when I was like a first year, second year, I used to just spend my money on drinks and alcohol and going out. But I think when you get to a certain age, you got to think about your future. So I think that really helped me. That really helped me sort of save for my first deposit, like, buying property and
Oh, nice. And further, like, with learning, like, advice and stuff, because you've done a few courses after like business courses and stuff. Has that been useful for you to continue to learn about business?
I think for me, I value sort of myself on the education that I want to learn. I read a lot too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So I feel like for me, if I'm not reading or if I'm not doing like a course, I feel like I'm not growing as a person. So I feel like it's important to gain knowledge. Yep. Knowledge is the most important thing, I think, for me.
Yeah.
I think like everybody wants to get to the top without doing the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think when I was young, like everybody was chasing the money, like good money. But I always say to myself, you gotta chase the knowledge. Don't worry about the money. The money will come.
Yeah, 100%. Man. Wisdom.
Yes, are you more into the personal growth type sort of development, or is it the business stuff, or is it everything?
I'm pretty everything,
Yeah.
So I love the personal development and the business growth,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think as I've continued my business, I want to grow to obviously a better company, and obviously I want to still develop as a person too. So I'm always striving to become a better person every day.
Nice. How does your Tongan culture play a role in the way you run your business?
It I never really got that cultural influence. I think it was just more. My dad used to sort of give me confidence just as a person generally. Yeah. So he was more like, just whatever you do, just stick up for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
Don't let nobody put it on you.
And I guess just us as Pacific Islanders, sporting strength, like we're solidly built, and I guess it carries, where you go that
that confidence.
Confidence, yeah. It's good. I think that's a good quality about us. That and we were talking about it offline. You know, when you go to a plumbing site, normally you can't get bullied by the Lebanese guy or the other guy because hey, don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing, man. Whereas they may pick on other ethnicities, So I think it's a good quality that we might just automatically have inherited in our DNA. Yeah. Thinking about as an apprentice, starting with $220 a week, and then I feel like some people just like my brother, he's gone chasing the $1,000 a week when he should be doing his apprenticeship, and now he's still making $1,000 when he should be on a lot more money. We were just saying, you were thinking about your
100%. Sometimes it's not easy, especially when you're getting that amount as an apprentice. It's like $220 a week back in those times, and you're trying to pay for rent, food, and everything, and trying to live off that. But I guess if you're at home, then 100%, when you're not paying anything. But sometimes it makes it difficult. But I guess there's government things out there where you can sort of get extra.
They give you some incentives, I think, if you're apprenticeship.
Yeah, but it'll probably be a lot more now. But the message is pretty much to try stick at the apprenticeship, because at the end you'll be far better off.
100%.
So if you can see it through, I think that's what I'm getting. That you stuck at it, and now you're in a much better position. And the guys who left the apprenticeship, they're still working in that labouring job or a job that hasn't upskilled there or given them any value.
I get like so many boys that when I was doing my apprenticeship, they used to always laugh at me and my brother because we're getting like $200 a week.
Yeah.
But then, you know what I mean, they're still sort of doing the same thing.
What I mean?
And I try to tell them, just come do an apprenticeship. They're like, nah, fuck that.
Now you get them for a job too. Hey, I need you for this job.
I guess it's a short-term thinking, though,
Yeah, that's the other thing we never see we're never about long-term game, in our community. Like we're,
not really.
Yeah, it's for tomorrow.
We live for now.
It's probably something we gotta work on, I guess, and we are. So it's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Yes. Do you think? Well, I think we've already spoken about it. Just we need more Polynesians and Pasifika Islanders in the trade business anyway. 100%. Get in there.
And I think coming up, like I see all the other all the Lebos and all the Greeks, they all have their community with them, so they sort of got that head start because their cousins are doing that, so they just get them on board. But like us poly boys, we don't really have that many people, so we only know sort of only certain people that do it, so we don't really get that help, you know what I mean?
And we probably don't use them because that's something about our community, not using each other to build each other, in the community. And we've always been speaking about this, Izzy, with that the Jews, how they've got that concept, Fagin, if you're in a community, you use a guy from that community, and then even if he stuffs up, you sort of tell him to fix this and 100%. That, and then you go back and use him, And
I feel like the Lebos and all the Greeks and all the, all the Wogs, they do that well, what I mean? That's why they're successful.
Yeah, 100%.
Should take a leaf out of that book.
100%.
Most of the Sydney, the units going up in Western Sydney, it's mostly the Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah, and good on them, you know what I mean?
That's it, yeah.
But I guess, when you started doing your apprenticeships and things like that, in the back of your mind, you're always wanting to learn more and more. What advice would you give a kid starting off their apprenticeship? Yes, it's going to be a struggle for now, but what should they be, I guess, looking out for? And
I think my advice to all the kids that want to do plumbing will be, don't chase the money, chase the knowledge.
Beautiful, yeah.
Because if you chase the money, you won't learn nothing, you know what I mean? All these big companies will give you the money, but they will only teach you one certain thing, you know what I mean? And that's why I try to tell all the young boys, don't worry about money, you'll get that later. Just taste the education and knowledge.
Yeah, Because so if you want to run your business, if you work for a bigger company, they pretty much just want you doing the like factory work, just the repetitive tasks. Whereas when you're working for a little bit of a smaller company, they require you to do
100%.
More of
you work
each other.
harder, you get less money, but you get more knowledge out of your work. So it's better off. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's great.
I see first year apprentices, they're still just carrying boxes for the whole year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just carrying boxes, walking up stairs. That's all they do because they're on like good wages when they're on the first year apprentice. But they don't learn nothing.
No, that's
and it's like you said, like they've got to be willing to want to learn, right? Because some of them you just don't want to just be carrying boxes the whole time. So
100%. Like for me, all the apprentices that have come up with me, I said I don't care how dumb you are. I don't care how like you like I don't know. All I want from that person is you're willing to work. That's all I want.
Turning up.
Turn up.
I
guess with our background, the whole culture thing is like you never speak up, or you're not confident enough to. You get told what to do and you do it. But I guess you need to encourage the kids to go, hey, it's okay to ask questions.
100%.
So, because that's how you learn. You need to be asking questions, but also put it on them and be like, hey, give me something more challenging. Then if I stuff it up, at least I'm here. I'm stuffing it up at a small level where you're not going to put me at a big place, and it's going to cost the business so much. So, is that what you sort of teach your guys as well? Yeah.
Because I teach that to my boys because that's what I was taught, you know what I mean? I was like, if my tradie was working and he was like doing the work, I couldn't just stand around and look at him. I had to ask, what am I doing here? Why am I doing it like this? So that way I knew what I was doing when it was time for me to do it. So it was he kept me on my toes all the time. So,
Well, that's important, You're learning too. It's standing there, but you're learning as you go.
So for me, like I think his biggest thing was he doesn't want to ask me the next move. So for me as a plumber, we're always moving. So
we're thinking ahead.
Oh that's why he always said.
What's next? I don't even need to just get me the drill.
I literally was giving him the tools without him saying it to me.
That's what left
that point. And then I felt like for me, I needed to do that with my apprentices because that's how I got taught. You know what I mean? So that means I was never standing around because I was always thinking of the next task. So without him saying that, I was like, here's the drill. Here's the tape measure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're pretty much doing the job already now. Now you know. Now you know. He knows what he's doing.
So when it was my turn to do it, I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's the best.
When you have good, I guess, good
leaders.
100% leaders.
That's how they teach you. So, and that's.
Yeah.
What's one thing you wished you knew when you started your business, and how would that help someone that's starting out today?
I wish I knew. One thing I wish I knew would be sort of the, I guess the marketing side of business, because you can be good at on the tools, but in order to get work and become a successful business, you need to look for your work too. You know what I mean? So you got to go out there and get it. Yeah.
How do you find work? Like,
so at the moment we get majority of our work with word of mouth. So for me, it's important for me to deliver on what I'd say for my business, because if I don't, then obviously I'm not going to get referred to the next job or client. So a lot of my work that I get is all referrals. Yeah,
because I see your work is heavily like it's your reputation basically. 100%. The type of work you do is all reputation. So 100%. So it's in a way it's kind of good because people know your quality. Then they already know about like what you're all about before even having I like that model.
And it's a high ticket, like obviously construction, like all the jobs that I do, they're like around 50 grand, so, you know what I mean? So it's a big risk if you don't have the right plumber to do the job. So you know what I mean? So I sort of like
you hear about waterproofing issues. This is a common issue now with buildings and stuff. Waterproofing. So there's a lot of plumbing maintenance now because they're going around to fix the jobs that wasn't done properly in the beginning, right?
So I sort of pride myself on doing the job right from the start, so we don't have problems later during construction.
Well, that's what we're finding now in the construction industry. It's going up so quick, but people are not doing the jobs correctly, and.
Yeah, it's because all these builders trying to get cheap plumbers. That's why.
Yeah,
honestly, you pay for what you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got these my brothers. He works with a few different plumbers. It's like, bash, take the cash is the motto. We got to stay away from that.
I understand, yeah.
But what traits do you think are really important for anyone looking to be successful in business?
Just I think for me, the drive. If they want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I think everyone sets themselves to succeed in life. You can do it. For me, yeah. Just your drive, your commitment, and your willingness to sort of be successful, I guess.
Yep.
Let's go on to your family and everything. So how important is your family support, and how's that pushing you every day now?
Yeah. My mum's like my biggest fan. She reposts every single post that I post on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, nice, man.
So she's the best. Yeah, she's my number 1 fan. So,
Is your parents retired or are they still working? Or
my mum's dad passed away when I think she was young. So her mum's passed away now too. So yeah,
Yeah. You got to do the Tonga trip, man.
Yeah.
All our Tongan brothers and sisters. Yeah, do you know what village you're from?
Yeah, my mum's from Lapaha and my dad's from Veitongo or Pea. Yeah.
Okay. And Tonga's not big, so it's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
You went to Fiji before Tonga, mate. Yeah, honorary Fijian citizen.
I know, all my like Tongan aunties and uncles, they're like, you haven't even gone to Tonga. Are you Tongan or what?
Hey, I'm Tongan. Look at me. I'm Tongan.
And all my cousins are like, this guy's plastic.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about this in New Zealand at the moment about being a plastic Samoan, being a plastic Tongan, but I don't think there is such a thing because you're just born a Tongan, you're born a Fijian, you can't choose it. You know?
100%.
So it's sort of like you are Tongan, you got to own it, or you are Fijian, you are. Even if you're born here, I find there's always a gap in maybe the identity. Like, you know, this guy, when he's got a very strong Australian accent.
Nah,
dude. You born here, mate?
No. Fiji. Fiji, mate.
But yeah, it's the
True blue, yeah, 100%.
but it's common now.
Fair shake of the sauce bottle. I don't know where I got that from.
From the army, mate. He's an army too.
A little bit. In what way do you think our Pacifica community can better support and encourage entrepreneurship?
I think sort of just to, I don't know, just be there for each other.
Yeah.
You know, like it is, I've seen some like poly businesses that are really good, and there are like poly businesses that are coming out to sort of support, which is good thing. So, but yeah, I think it's more just helping each other out, you know what I mean? Just like how the others do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like we're good at it in a village setting, you know, like back in the islands, we send money back all the time. We help our family. We're all about helping each other. But in the financial world, just to probably help each other in that sense, use that plumber, use that Tongan plumber, use that Fijian broker, use that you know, just the different services, and try to keep the wealth within the community, right? Because it'll all go back to the community, you know. Yeah, man, it's been great having you on. And is he like, anyway?
Should I start calling you Fijian?
Get the passport out.
What does the future hold for the business, bro? Like, any big projects coming up? And
I do have projects coming up. I think for me, it's just sort of perfecting what I do. So I feel like I let my work do the talking. So you know.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like that's always the way to go, man. I think for us, we got to let our work do the talk, and I'm about that as well. Yeah. About leading from the front end and just showing, you know. I don't think, you know, your customers speak for you as well, you know. 100%. So I think that's a big part of it. Yeah.
And like I'm not the type of person that likes saying I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. You know, I sort of like let my clients do the talking for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Worries on that note. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
For sharing your story.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, just for, you know.
Henry Taufao. Henry Taufao. Henry Taufao, HD Pro Plumbing.
Thanks, brother. Thank you, boys.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.